Hello there, one and all, and welcome to this edition of WABCasting with the most amazing probe split I think I've ever seen in my life. That is awesome. Okay, for those that don't know me, I am WABPatches, and
I'm WABMonkey. I'm just going to put in because I can.
Okay, no props. Shall we have a look and introduce our players and introduce what the game is and what's going on?
Well, if you don't know what the game is, it's StarCraft 2. Hopefully you do know what it is because you've searched for it and found us. Secondly, it's a PvP, that's Protoss versus Protoss, and we were just looking at Nell, who is the red Protoss, and we've got SuperDuperMe, who sent us this replay into cast.
I like SuperDuperMe, that's an awesome name. That's my technical comment for the day done with, really.
Chronoing, gotta love Chrono.
Absolutely, and here we go, first pylon coming in, and first pylon coming in. Map obviously, guys, is Metropolis. And we've got a couple of little probes doing their thing around on the map.
We're going to follow SuperDuper's probe, are we?
Yep, I don't know why we're following the probe.
Because we can.
Yep. Okay, interesting to note here, SuperDuper obviously hasn't gone off to the corner over here. Okay, that's because on Metropolis we can't spawn close positions, as somebody pointed out to me now. And by close positions it means close ramp positions, so if we're spawning here, nobody can spawn here. Likewise, if we're spawning up here, nobody can spawn there.
Well, there you go.
There we go. Super duper scouting trip.
Awesome.
Scouting trip.
Should we see what the guys have scouted?
We're going to go and pitch some tents and just generally scout around. That'd be great.
So Nell still hasn't found SuperDuperMe just by looking at the mini-map there with my amazing vision-changing buttons. Whereas SuperDuperMe has got a little bit of sight going on there, and he's just going to scout around merrily ho.
I'm loving this. Checking out the gas there. Very important when you're scouting Protoss. I mean, a couple of early gas is usually a very good indication that something semi-untoward is on the go. I mean, the monkey here would be the last person to tell anybody about DTs on the field. I can't imagine why anybody would think that he'd do such a thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm lost on that DT remark. No, in my very early playing career, early DTs was the action that I sought out, and I have to say it did very well in bronze up until I got to someone who was high level bronze, and they seemed to just work that one out.
Yeah, I think double early gas, guys, you're going to want detection fairly sharp. So let's see what we've got going on here. It's looking all fairly conventional at the minute. Gateway, we've got Cybercore going down. SuperDuperMe just a little bit potentially blocked there, so Nell, I would say at the moment, probably has the upper hand. Well, it's looking good, although for some reason Nell's probe seems to be on strike.
Well, that might just change this a little bit, because looking at the unit count, Nell has 17 probes to SuperDuperMe's 13.
Wow, so really Nell very much in the lead. So let's have a look at what SuperDuper's doing. SuperDuper not only has 13 probes, he's got 3 chasing a scout.
Well, that'll learn it.
Aye. Somebody's been shouting at me for doing that recently. I don't know who that is, I can't remember. You know who you are if you're watching this.
It's not me.
It's not you, no.
Oh, that's a bonus.
It's somebody that I'm not in the same league as I'm in with you.
Anyway, just going back to the production tab, both players are going for Wargate Tech, although SuperDuperMe is a fraction, in fact, yeah, I would say about a quarter of the way faster on it than Nell.
Excellent.
Although Nell has gone for, I believe that's a Stargate on the production tab. Let's have a little scroll down. I think that's it there.
Yep, we've got Stargate coming in, a few more pylons.
Oh, everyone loves pylons, especially in the long line.
Absolutely. You're tapping your ear, what have I done?
Nothing, I was scratching my nose. That was on my ear. My ear's not on my face, just to let all you guys know who I am.
You sure?
Yeah, that's a no.
What is that on your face then?
Okay, if you want to go down this road. Just you. Yeah, die. Right, so our patch is busy in chokes, serves them right. Just want to point out a little bit of map control that's going on there. I believe that is held by... Can you give me a click on the probe, please? That's Nell there holding that Zelnaga, so good bit of... what?
Holding that there, Zelnaga.
I give up with you. Okay, just going back to
invaded.
SuperDuperMe's base there. So he looks like he's wanting a Twilight Council going for... I imagine Blinkstalkers or charging lots. What do you think?
Well, with only 2 gateways, I don't know, to tell you the truth.
Well, if you're going to
we're mining 2 gas, so that would imply stalkers, wouldn't it? I mean, I would have said DTs, but we're in, what, minute 7 and the second gas has only just gone down and got saturated. Really, DT should be on the field if we're going for early DT play by the 7-minute mark. I
say that's a shrine because I've just seen something pop up in the air.
Okay, so there it is. There's the DTs. Okay, so little pro tip, guys.
Pro tip?
Yeah, pro tip from me. Everybody needs pro tips from me.
You tell the tip, then I'm going to scout.
I'm going to tell the tip. I'm going to say that DT should be on the field by the 7-minute mark, I reckon. Is that right? You're the Protoss player. You understand these strange...
I believe about 7:30 is the max, and you should have about 3 to 4 DTs with the same number of lots to go out there and give it some loving. But I do like how we're going for Void Rays with Nell, and it looks like DT... Oh, there's one on the field coming down. Gotta love it.
And we're following the starport there rather than the Void. So here we go, it's coming in straight away. Has seen, obviously, the Twilight. Has he got vision? Has he got vision? He hasn't got vision on the Twilight Council. No, that is the Twilight Council. What am I talking about?
You're talking about the Dark Shrine, my man.
He hasn't got vision on the Dark Shrine, crucially, so he does not know that DTs are going to pop up. And in fairness, I mean, this is something that's caught me out in the past, really late DTs.
Yeah, but I did say Nell did have a forge, so hopefully he does have cannon. Or he might not, but hopefully he might have cannon. That's a bucket load of robo.
Wow. So after faking out a little bit of a void, it looks like to me we're going to go for mass ground army. We're playing against Protoss. I haven't seen too many lot. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to go it's an immortal base build. But have you seen what I've seen, Monkey Man? Can you see what I can see?
I can see a proxy.
Just here, and here we go, first round of war pins.
Would you like me to follow them?
Oh, go on, you do it. 2 DTs making their way across the map, and I didn't see any cannon, crucially, whilst we were in Nell's base there. Not a single one. So let's have a look where we're getting.
Go TTs, go. Oh, we're hitting the cybercore early. We've been discovered.
Yep, we've got three robos down, so it would be a total surprise to see an observer start to pop out.
Cannon just going down
there. Going down. However, crucially, he has let the cybernetics core fall. Although I have to say now, I think I might be splitting my DTs and going straight for these pylons, because if these pylons fall, it is game over.
Can you give me a quick? There's a chrono on that observer that's going to pop out with that robot facility.
There we go. 1 DT doing a massive amount of damage. Look at the amount of probes going down here. Nell now suddenly very much on the back foot. Okay, the observer's out, and DTs aren't going to fight Void Rays, I'm afraid, with the best will in the world. Look at Nell's probe line almost completely destroyed. It's going to cost him a DT for this, but I don't know about you, Monkey. Personally, wow, look at that. He's even whilst he's being attacked, he's knocking those probes out. That is amazing. So if we look at the units tab, Nell has what? Is that 3 probes remaining? 6 probes remaining. Oh my god. Well, that changes things somewhat.
Wow.
We should say, if we look at the income tab now, Nell is going to be well down.
You thought you'd throw the income tab in there to try and fox me.
I did, yeah. I'm actually quite impressed that you got it. I don't really know much about the income tab, to be honest.
No.
I suppose what you're going to do now is try and fox me with the units killed tab, which is something I really don't understand.
I was thinking about doing that.
Go on, should we show our prowess? Look at us as casters. There it is, the units killed tab, just like you get in the GSL. And SuperDuperMe, it would seem, has killed 19 units and killed 27 workers.
Get that the other way around.
Oh.
So he's killed 27 units, of which 19 have all been the workers.
Alright, okay, awesome. Right, good job that you know what's going on.
Yeah, I
like these tabs.
Let's talk about the game again. What's happening?
Nothing. It's a bronze game.
Harsh. So
but
we've
fair.
got a load
no, we've got a push. No. And you were absolutely right, look at this, the blinker's down there.
Now, I did notice that Nell is going for Immortals, and I believe 3 Immortals have popped out for Nell there. Okay. So that's going to eat those Stalkers.
Oh, absolutely, especially when they're backed up with those Void Rays there that are just going to eat through armour. Cybernetics core's been replaced, and we've got a further warp gate going down. So, well, it's a gateway now. I assume it's going to instantly turn into warp. I assume it's going to turn into a warp gate.
I think Nell is completely scuppered when it comes to his gem count. He literally is waiting and waiting for more probes to get out, because he's just up to 70 gems now.
He's really not chronoing them out though. There's plenty of chrono there. I'm sure
I did see a chrono flash up while we were talking earlier.
Alright, I'll let him off then. Oh, little observer there. But Nell well and truly on the back foot. I mean, I'm quite surprised, to be honest. I mean, if it were me, I would have thought the SuperDuperMe may... Here we go, another pro popping out for Nell there. But SuperDuperMe, he didn't expand on the back of that push.
No.
Which I find slightly surprising. Here we go, it's popping down now. And we've obviously got a decent force up the top of the map here. If Nell tries to push out and expand there, you'd hope the SuperDuperMe would see what's going on and get straight in there and crush it.
I have to say, with that amount of stalkers, with those sentries, why isn't he pushing in already?
I don't know.
You know,
what's this probe doing?
That's
Monkey? What's
Nell.
this probe doing? I know it's Nell. What's it up to?
Possibly thinking about going for an expo down?
Okay, what, with 180 gems? Oh, there is a push going on. We're missing the fight. We're worrying about the probe. We're missing the fight. Okay, we have actually lost an immortal here to this fight. Several sentries are down, but these immortals, I can't see how they're not doing more damage, I'll be honest. I would have thought those 3 immortals there against that volume of storm, especially... Oh no, they are. They're winning. There we go. That's how they're not doing more damage. They are doing more damage. They're winning beautifully. That's what's going on.
You the man.
Hey guys, just for the record, if there's anybody out there at the GSL that wishes to give me a job, I'm fairly available. I've got a modest fee. In fact, I might even be paying you for the privilege of casting, but we'll see. No, you don't. You love it. You like...
So we've got 2 stargates going down here.
Okay.
So I'm guessing...
And another lazy probe on strike?
It happens to the best of us. We forget that shift click.
Aye.
Remember?
It's all about the shift click.
Shift and click.
Oh yeah. And for those of us that don't realise we're talking about StarCraft, we've been actually pressing the shift key and clicking in the game. Nothing else.
Yep. Shift and click.
We're not shifting and clicking, we're shift clicking. It's totally different.
Yep, that's the one. So there we go, 2 stargates down. Now I'm going to imagine that's going to try and counter those void rays.
What, with more void rays?
I would say, you know, armour v armour.
I mean, it would make sense to me. I mean, if we look at SuperDuperMe, who's currently floating, what, 1,000 gems. I mean, for me, surely, if you're floating 1,000 gems, you could just go for a round of warpins of, what, 10 lots and just throw them at the ramp. I don't know why you'd do that. I mean, you just waste 10 lots, right? But it'd be really funny. It'd be awesome.
It would make you feel better about yourself.
Yeah, it would. It would make me feel awesome. If it was me, and I was just... This could be something. This attitude may have something to do with my problem with playing Protoss.
Phoenixes. That's what we're going to build. Just looking at the production tab.
Okay. I mean, you're the Protoss player. How do... I mean, I've never actually... As I don't play Protoss, I've never actually thrown Phoenixes up against voids. Do they work?
Mainly when I've used Phoenixes, I'm not a huge airboy when it comes to Protoss, but when I have used them, it's been to harass that probe line at the back there, graviton beam things up and blow them out the sky. But now with the
so
new
I'm just going to cut you off there, just to see if I can get some of that famous monkey rage out.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
wait a minute.
He's done it. He's done it. There's no need for monkey rage. Check it out. Nice one.
I'll give him that. You know, well done.
Yeah.
Only build
Fair
them
play.
if you're going to put stuff straight on them. Otherwise, that's 150 gems down the swanny. But yeah, as I was saying about Phoenixes, I used to only use them for graviton things up and zap them out the sky. But with the new patch that Blizz have just done, we've now got the extended range if we get the fleet beacon. I would like to see how that harassment works late game.
That's a lot of tech to get to that fleet beacon, though. I mean, I don't know what the tech path is, again, as a non-Protoss player off the top of my head, but I would assume that you need Stargate first, and then can you just go straight from Stargate to fleet beacon, or is there another building in the way?
Straight to fleet beacon.
Straight to fleet
now,
beacon.
I know there has been some argument about, wow, it's a lot of money to get that extra range. But at the end of the day, if you want to upgrade your air, if you are going to go air, you need the fleet beacon anyway. Because you can only get level 1 improvements from a cyber core otherwise.
Oh, so right, okay, so it's fairly standard building to build if you're a serious airman.
Damn right.
I'd be really curious, actually, guys, to see some replays of these Phoenixes going up against Mutas and going up against sort of Terran-y things with this extended range and seeing what happens.
Terran-y things.
Alright, I'll put it another way. I want to see how Terran beat this new range. So if anybody out there's got a replay that can show us that, that would be great.
Just have a little wander around now. Got a nice, just a wee ball there, just sitting, closing down.
I'll level with you. I still am not convinced about things from Nell. Or having said that, Nell has been busy, really busy, putting his production line back together. So look, we've got one pretty much saturated base.
Crikey.
And this one's working hard. So I reckon
he's only 7 probes behind.
So if we look at that income tab, I can't believe it's going to be that different. No, look at this. In fact, Nell is now ahead on the gem on the gem income. He only needs to catch up on the gas.
We've got.
That is quite an achievement from the damage that's given to him. Oh,
There's
here we
those
go,
phoenixes.
battle going on, and those voids are ripping those phoenixes to shreds.
Oh,
And
should have cancelled that graviton
Come on, no, I think
That's
no,
it.
you're a god of
Oh.
Phoenix. Okay, so I would say that was for very little, but all of those probes, did you notice, stopped doing anything in the slightest bit useful there. So, you know, he sacrificed Phoenix, but he's bought himself a little bit of time, and this probe is still on a break.
Well, what I would like to point out is, and I do it all the time, not being the greatest player in the world, I am bronze, and I'm allowed to be pants when I want to be, is whenever we get
No,
attacked
you're
by...
not allowed to be pants. We have to be the greatest. Otherwise, who are we to comment if we're not amazing?
We're the world according to bronze, so whatever we think is bronze he's talking.
Damn straight.
Right, but anyway...
This is how the world works in our little heads.
I'm going to get my comment out if you would shut up for 1 minute. Just
No, I'm just going to keep talking rubbish just so you can't and see where you go.
But when you have an army and you get attacked by air, yeah, you have hopefully in your army some form of counter to take out air units.
Colossi!
Why is it that we all just immediately select all the units and go kill the air? Why do we do that? Why do we send everything?
I don't, actually. I have a different way of microing.
You just hope for the best, don't you?
Pretty much. I mean, I'm sure you pro guys out there are gonna be upset with this, but my version of micro is when I get to a mass death ball sized army, I don't actually try and micro in there. I don't try and see what's going on and sort it out. Okay, all I do is highlight my army and press the S button.
Stop.
Stop. All stop does, to my knowledge, is it cancelled all the orders that anybody that's had has been carrying out, okay, and go back to their default state. Default state for any unit is attack the biggest threat to them within range. So I click my death ball, I go stop, and then I close my eyes for 30 seconds, and when I open them I see whether I've won or not.
So we've got some more of this Phoenix harassment going on now.
Hey man, don't knock that strategy until you've tried it. Okay, one Phoenix breaking off, and here we go. Should surely be one shot in these probes. Look at this.
With that amount of
Straight
Phoenixes,
down. Come
I
on
thought we'd
guys,
be
and
picking
those
up more.
Phoenixes should be hurting these voids, especially as they're non-charged.
Oh, look at those shields going down on those two voids. They're
and
down.
voids and
Oh, nice.
falling to pieces. Oh dear.
Boom.
Bye bye void rays. And now we can just start harassing these probes. And again, if we look at this income tab, I'm sorry, but I think Nell is
Stalkers.
well out of the game.
Oh, it moved them.
Stalkers, go on, pick them
Pick
all
them
up. Pick them all up.
That's it.
Oh, okay, two of them. That'll do.
Being hit in the side as well.
Well, yeah, I think these Phoenixes are going to have to do something a bit special now. Like, yeah, run
And
around.
bug out.
Cheap and all. Leg it, boys. Come on, get
Bug
out of
out.
there. Leg it. No, not towards the cannon. No, not back over the stalkers. Oh my God, what is going on?
Dear me.
Do you ever get stressed out when you're watching these games? Do you ever want to just get in there and play?
It's moments like that that I think Bug Eye's still in the cockpit.
Oh, he's Bug Eye.
Oh man. Hot shot. Bug Eye.
Walleye.
Yeah, Bug Eye.
Walleye.
Bug Eye.
Walleye.
Yeah, he's got eyes like bugs.
I know, but he's called Walleye.
Well, I'm calling him Bug Eye. What's your issue?
That's not what they called him in the script. Anyway, moving on. Back to StarCraft. I'm sorry guys, this cast is going to end whilst Monkey and I have a childish spat.
Yeah, well, I ate your dad.
Anyway, sorry, where were we? So if we have a look, how much damage was done? Let's have a look at that income tag again, because I'm not sure how effective that harassment was. Okay, we can see Nell is owning that mineral production at the minute, and he's really not that far behind in gas production. Having said that, I don't think it's going to be enough. Incoming stalkers, loads of force fields there, stopping the big army from getting out. Those immortals I would have thought might be doing a little bit more damage, but they don't seem to be. They seem to be going down quite fast. Just too many stalkers there for 3 immortals to take. The void rays, as we know, they're already gone down, and the stalkers that Nell has are all dead. Okay, we've got some lots. Interestingly, we have no upgrades, I don't think. We've got +1 weapons.
Yeah.
For Nell, no upgrades whatsoever from SuperDuperMe. And we can really see that affecting. I mean, that was only 4 lots, and they've inflicted a considerable amount of damage, all things considered.
And that's
And
it.
there we go, game over. I mean, in fairness, I can't see what Nell could have done to have come back from that. Especially SuperDuperMe's Phoenixes were back in for another run and another rout. So,
Wow.
I mean, how to sum that game up?
Phew. Wow.
When you've got an aircraft, I think that just goes to show one thing really, doesn't it? Just go and have a little look at your opponent's tech tree whilst you're there. Don't just start shooting at the first building that you see. I mean, we had the counter effortlessly for the DTs for a very long time in that game, and we saw 3 DTs just essentially send Nell back to the Stone Age. Completely took out his probe line and knocked out, well, his one and only tech building. If we'd seen them coming in,
things would have changed.
Aye. What about you? Any comments? Anything obvious to pick up on? Because obviously we play the game perfectly and never make these mistakes ourselves.
No, never at all.
No, that's why we're both diamond level players. Yes.
In my mind. Really,
oh dear.
for me, it's. I don't think anything was critically, exceptionally that horrific, in all honesty, between the two players.
Mm.
I think they could have used the abilities that they had a little better. Here it comes, Chrono. You've got to use it. It would have sped so many things up for you. That would have been awesome. Upgrades again would have saved a lot of hassle.
Shield upgrades on those mortals, surely.
Oh yeah, gotta love shields.
Just grabbing them. And the ranged weapons upgrade if we're going to go immortal as well, rather than the... Oh, you're not... This isn't Zerg, is it? Oh.
Okay.
Moving on.
That range upgrade came with a patch about 2 or 3 or so ago.
Did it?
Yeah. I believe it was a +1 range boost. But thanks for joining us.
Hi! Morning! How are we doing out there in WAB World?
So yeah, I would always say remember Chrono and remember your upgrades, but I think that's the same for any race. Remember your special base ability.
Yeah.
And get those
I think
upgrades.
my one comment is just keep scouting up. Especially when you're seeing mid-tech buildings that could be leading to nasty little things. If we'd seen that Dark Shrine going down, Nell, I'm sorry mate, you would have creamed that. Anyway, I think the game's finished. I therefore think that nobody cares anymore. So I'm going to sign out. I haven't got taglines to that silence after that, just in case no one noticed.
Thanks for that. Well, thanks for watching. Remember, keep sending in those replays just to disperse the rumour that's been going around. We'll cast any game we're given. It's not just bronze games, but so please send them in. I've been Wab Monkey.
And I've been WABPatches.
Hit like, hit subscribe. Only hit dislike unless you want to leave us some criticism. And I'll catch us next time. Happy hunting.
I have no tagline, so